Hello, everyone. Welcome. How are you doing? This is day 3, January 2026. Wow, can you believe we're in 2026? AI website concierge challenge. This is day 3. Everything we did in the last 2 days was just preparation. Today, everything is going to come together. I think you're going to love it. It's probably going to be a little longer than our previous sessions. And let me say hi. Hello, Shannon and Madison. And I want to say, oh, Love and Sex on the Rocks. I can't remember your name. I'm so sorry. I answered your post. I can't remember though. Sorry. Okay, so welcome everyone. I see more people are joining. Shannon here is saying that she didn't finish day 2 or didn't start day 2 maybe. Not a problem. Watch this and then you'll go back. You do need to have really everything we did in day 1 and 2 because you'll see otherwise you don't have what to train your concierge with. Liana, hello Liana. Hey Karma. Okay, Liana, I'll try to remember that. Thank you. Okay, so let me remove the banner here and we'll dive right in, especially since I think it's going to be a little longer. And I'll check regularly that you're seeing things. If you can comment every now and then when I switch over, I see that I'm still alive and that you can see me. Let me just prepare what I need to share. And okay, share screen, allow to share, go to the right place. Okay, I think you're seeing it. Okay. Okay, we have some questions. Just a second. So, do we have to tell the instructions step by step? If we say to direct them to schedule a consult with us, do we need to provide details, instructions on how, or just high level? Well, you do want to give instructions so that it can answer. So, for example, if it's to schedule a consult with you and you have a page on your website or a link where you want them to click, then you need to have that. So if someone asks for a consult or wants more information, it should suggest that and send people to that link. But I don't want you to stress at all about how things work exactly, because a big part of what you'll do today is to test. And every time you test, you can then change the answer so it knows. You can train, you can continue and should continue to train. And really the best way to do it, from what I've experimented with in preparation for this, is to do your best at the beginning to throw all the information you can on your concierge and then do the training of correcting things and testing and fixing and it should actually give them the link, or here it said something wrong, let's fix it. And the cool thing is you'll see that it wants to be trained. It asks you all the time. It sends you notifications about questions that haven't been answered. It's really quite intensive. So don't worry about it, Shannon. You'll just figure it out as you test, because I don't know what level exactly you have. Since I'm creating this for a new site, I'll have to update more stuff after it goes live, but this is helping me. Great. Okay, see it. Okay, makes sense. Let's continue. Yeah, okay. So day 3 today. Yeah, I know the color is not great here. We're gonna put your concierge to work. So this brings us back to day 1 when I talked about the mindset. I want you to imagine that today you're onboarding a new member of your team, maybe your first member of your team, but this is how you should treat this experience. And just like Shannon asked, there are some things, I mean, you can't get a new employee and then have them know everything and every answer and every procedure. It's okay. It's going to take some time. You dump on them what you think they can handle on the first day, and the rest will happen after that. Okay. Same thing. Okay. So what are we doing today? We're putting your concierge on your website. We're making it available for real visitors. I mean, you can decide to work on it a little bit longer and then do it, but you know my rules. We're doing these challenges 3 days. Tops 4 days is what it should take you to get this live. Don't be afraid. We are leveraging AI. We're helping ourselves and our clients. This is what we're doing. Don't hesitate, even if it's not perfect, okay? You're going to do a lot of testing and refining and all those things that I just mentioned. So I'll walk you through the steps of first, we're actually going to sign up for this tool. Where then, I should have added it here, whatever, you'll see. We're going to sign up for the tool. You're then going to set up the concierge by basically uploading all the information that we have and deciding on the persona and so on. And then we'll start testing it still on the tool itself. And only when we're happy, more or less, decent enough, we're going to grab the embed code. I'll show you a couple of ways to put it on your website. Okay. That's what we're doing today. And again, this is the first day on the job of your new team member. So give your team members some slack. Okay. It's not going to do a perfect job today. And it's not going to be perfect. It will improve over time. You have a responsibility to train it, and you will see that it's an ongoing thing. But I think that, like, by the end of the testing that you'll do today, you'll already improve it significantly, and the rest will happen because you'll have real visitors. Okay. So I'm going to dive right into showing you how we do it. So the tool we are going to use is from JotForm. I'll show you in a second, but let me just go here and see if you need anything else. Yes, it will be underdeveloped for a while, but it will do a pretty good job. You'll see. Okay. So when I looked for this, basically what I wanted for, as I told you, I'm changing a little bit how I approach the challenges and the projects in TMM. I wanted you to learn. I wanted to think about AI tools and skills that I want you to have, and then matched a project that is good and necessary and beneficial to us. So here, my idea was, let's start with a simple AI agent. So everything we're doing, concierge and chatbot, it's an agent. We're creating an AI agent for ourselves. Okay. So that's really the new skill that you're learning. And there are many ways of doing it, but basically, unless you're a developer and a coder like my son, you have to use some kind of a tool. Okay. So I did a lot of research. I checked a lot of things. I tested, I consulted with blog lists and with ChatGPT's recommendations, all kinds of things. And I landed again and again on JotForm. Okay. It doesn't mean it's the only one. It doesn't mean it's the best one, but it's the best combo that I could find for what we need, which is to start for free and super easy interface, you'll see. And then if you like this, you can actually use it for other things. On the free plan, you can create 5 different agents. Okay. So that's pretty cool. So you'll see that you can do one for your website. And if you like it, you can do one for like your course, like we talked yesterday, or another project that you have, or put it on a sales page, specifically on a sales page for something new that you're selling or something that you have. So there are a lot of ways to use it. So JotForm, I'm going to go in and what I did was I practiced and built everything with another account. And now I'm going, so jotform.com. You're seeing it, right? Yes. So I'm going to sign up again because I wanted to show you, when you first sign up, it kind of sends you on one route, and we're going to skip that route after that. So I'm going to walk you through it and sign up. You can just do with Google, you can do with an email. I'll do with an email, but I do want to show you the pricing so you understand what's going on here first. So we are using the starter. Okay. So this is the best one that I found that has the combo of everything we want. And please note that the jump to the paid one is quite big. This is yearly. Whatever. I guess it's even more if it's month by month. However, I think that almost all of you won't need more than the free. And if you reach a point where you're super happy with it, you see it brings you people, you see that you convert, that some people buy, and you know that without it, they wouldn't have bought, then it's probably worth the $34, okay, if you reach that point. But at the beginner's point, this is what we get, okay? 5 forms. So think about it as 5 different agents, okay? So 100 monthly submissions. So I tried to understand what a submission means, okay? And what I understood, generally speaking, is like 100 conversations, okay? Which is pretty good. That means that actually you're getting, 3 conversations a day on average. That's a lot of traffic to have people come and initiate a conversation with you, okay? This is why I think that it is very reasonable for all of you to start with this. And again, if you see that it is working well and bringing you clients, and you're really seeing a change, then when you reach that point, you may want to consider upgrading. Okay, are we clear on the pricing and what we get? Just a second. Yeah, I think we are. Other options were either not free at all or free but so minimal it's just like for you testing it, basically. Okay, so they have all kinds of other things. Just so you know, they're called JotForm because they're actually a form software, right? To create forms and all kinds of things. And they are smart that they started creating AI tools and AI bots for their forms. So just so you understand how it developed, this is what I understand from seeing this. They have, for example, a hotel that has a form of reservations and how many people and do you need an extra bed and so on, right? It's a form, and people usually need to fill that form to create a reservation. However, now you can convert your form into an AI bot. So it starts asking you, what dates do you want to come? And then you just choose the dates. How many people are coming? And then it fills in that information. So it converts forms into bots. Okay, just so you know. So it's pretty cool. I think that they went that route because literally all companies have to start to adjust and not necessarily pivot, but modify their business and their business tools and how they give service because of AI. I'll even give you a crazy example. Even my father-in-law, who has the most beautiful furniture store has to now change things because of AI. Why? Because his entire marketing has changed now because of the ads and because of how people search for things and because they use Chat GPT to design their house now then it changes his business model and how he needs to market. And he has furnitures. You would think that doesn't affect it. It's everywhere. Okay. That was just a little bit of a detour, but I want to put everything in context here. Okay. So now that we know this, I'm going to click on sign up for free. And I am going, I'm just going to, no, I'll just do just a second. Okay, continue. Name Netta. Just a second. You can go and sign up yourself. Okay, I agree to the terms, sign up. I think that was it for the sign up. They are going to send you an email to verify. Okay, that's not how it was when I tested it. We're going to just go for the free. So okay, look, you see they're offering, I'm just going to do current. I don't know. Okay, I guess I'm in. Let me see. Okay. So what we want, it's a little different than it was when I signed up just a few days ago. We want to create an AI agent. Okay. So under templates, there's AI agent. When I did it a few days ago, it opened a different window and asked me, what do I want to do with all these templates? So I'm just going to click AI agent template. Okay. I just want to make sure you're seeing the screen. Okay, good. That's how it was for me a few days ago. Okay. So this is where it pushed me to go and choose a template. The problem is that at the end, I didn't really need that template, but I couldn't figure out how to get to do it directly without going through a template. So let me just try. If I click here, my agents, it's still pushing me here. Okay, just a second. Until you create your first agent, I'll just go back. It doesn't take you. Okay, so what I'll do is what I did a few days ago, and that's simply to use an agent. Okay, so I'm just choosing this first one. We're going to delete everything. It doesn't matter. So use agent. It will now ask us about, is it asking us? Please wait. I'm waiting. Okay, great. This is where I wanted to get to. Okay, so this is where you're supposed to get to. This is it's already created now because I chose a template. It chose Jane, okay? And it already has all the like basic training. So you're going to see that when you set it up and you're on this screen, you have build, train, publish, okay? So build is where you can see on the left-hand side the different places in theory that your agent can live. Okay, we're going to use just the regular chatbot because that's what we can put on our website. And standalone, remember I told you that you can put it in your email signatures, you can put it on your social media and your bio, you can do whatever you want, and you're going to just give people a link, and then it's just going to open a window. That's the standalone one. Okay, the rest are all kinds of ways that you can integrate it into other things. I did not test or do them, but basically it's all the same because it's the same agent. Okay, but we're just going to deal with chatbot and standalone. So far, so good. Just a second. Yes, I'm assuming. Okay, so the main part that we're going to use today is under train, okay, because we need to train it. So I'm going to go to train, and because we already have an agent now, we're just going to edit and delete the things that are already here, okay? So let's start with that. When you're in the train area, you will start with AI persona, okay? So now we're going to start using the information that we worked on in the last 2 days, okay? And then we're going to move on to the knowledge base area, okay? So if we go back just a second, I didn't really open it. So let me just find these just a second. Where is it? Where is it? What am I looking for here? This is from day 2. And where's my day 1 stuff? I have way too many. Why isn't it viewing more? I don't know. So let's do just a second. January 2026. I'm looking for day 1. Okay, good. So these are the 2 files that you worked on. Okay. So here we're starting to fill in the information, okay, and that we already set up. So for example, the name. I'm now going to go back and you'll see here we need to give it a name. So I'm going to say Sophia, your no hassle concierge. Okay. Agent's role. Remember that we decided on what to write here in the role, and I had a suggestion, something like, this is an AI website concierge designed to help blah, blah, blah. I'm copying this, okay? And I'm going here and I'm putting it. You can, is this, just a second. Are they letting me paste this? Yes, okay. I know it's long. You can just say customer service or whatever you want, okay? Are you following along? Just a second. Yes, good, okay. Now, tone of voice, remember, we also chose that. So I'm going to say friendly as well. And I do want to tell you that there are different ways and different parts of the chat that you can enable. It can even do voice and email like chat, I only focused on the chat one, okay? I only focused on the chat one. So just know that you can also test the voice, but there's more limitations to how many voice like conversations people can have, visitors can have. But it actually answers with a voice and people can talk to it. It's pretty cool. So I did test it a little bit, but didn't really work on it when I was training it. So chat response length was also one of the questions. I'm going to do short. And this is where it already gave us some things because it's already a template, right? So you can use these, but we also answered this question. I'm going to click here, add new. Was it on day 1? It was, no, day 2, just a second. It is, no, where is it? Where is what I'm looking for? It's this. Remember chat guidelines, okay? So this is the chat guidelines. Here, you see chat guidelines. So you can add or remove or, leave these as is. Are we clear? I was just on the AI persona one, okay? So far, so good. Let me know that I can continue. It's very robust, really. Much more than we're actually going to use. Okay, great. I'm continuing. So that was the AI persona. There's still other things to do here, but we're moving on. There's no saving. You just move on to the next thing. Knowledge base is where we put all the info, okay? So just like in this example that I just showed you how to sign up, and I couldn't get it to give me a clean, no template AI bot. So it already has in the knowledge base, it already has one entry. Okay, let me just see. You can see one entry here, and in the questions and answers, 5 answers. Let's start by deleting these. I'm going here. I see that there's something here. I'm clicking on the 3 dots and delete. Don't want that. That's from their training. And then here, there's nothing. And questions and answers, there are 5 answers. I'm going here. I am just going to, oh, I guess maybe I can delete. Yeah, you can delete all of them together. Okay. So this is basically what I wanted, just to start fresh. Okay. So now we're good. Let's go back. It looks like it's all empty. Okay. Which is what we want. So there are different areas: knowledge, file, link, and questions and answers. In your documents from yesterday and the day before, remember that there were places. So anytime it was a PDF, it's going to go under files and you're going to upload that file, okay? And how should your agent use these files? It's specifically to each file that you upload, okay? So upload the file and say how it should use it, okay, in a sentence. Don't overthink it, it understands, okay? And then you can add more and more files and give it a description. I think that it's for each one of them because I tested out. I did so many testings now. I'm like losing it a little bit. So every time we saw PDF, you're going to upload it to the file. Every time you see that I wrote something like, this will go in the AI persona, that's what we did, right? We chose friendly and short, okay? Every time you see, so this is a PDF, so that's not a problem. And here we have knowledge. Okay, so wherever I wrote knowledge and text-based, this goes, just a second, this goes to this section where you literally, you can, every time you have a snippet of something you want them to know, you come here, you paste it here, you click save, okay? So for example, I can say, just for, let's say it's No Hassle website, and No Hassle, sorry, website costs $99 one-time fee. Okay, that's information, right? Save. That will now become a knowledge, item, okay? So when you answered all these questions that say knowledge base, or let me just see. Sometimes you may have written, what I want to show you is that sometimes you may have written a long, just a second. Here, so offers, for example, okay? And offers, I recommend putting in the knowledge area, right? So you wrote first offer, grab that description, drop it, and it will become a snippet of knowledge, okay? Then you have offer number two, you'll put that information in and you'll drop it into the knowledge. So in the knowledge and the Q&A area that I'll show you are really where you're going to come back again and again, tweak, test. So if you're testing something and the answer was not what you wanted, either add a new element in the question and answers or in the knowledge base, or correct what you already wrote or worded differently. Okay, it's really very simple. My suggestion is that you go over the documents from day one and day two, each one of these, and find where to put it. Okay, so the places where you'll be putting them are either in the AI persona area or in the knowledge base. Now I'll just show you the link and questions and answers because we already did the knowledge and the file. Let's go to questions and answers. That's really great. That's when you specifically want to give examples of answers, okay, and of questions and the answers to them. And this is a great place to come back and add when people start asking questions that your agent didn't have the exact answer. You literally come here, put the question as the client asked it, as the visitor asked it, and put the information. Okay, are we clear on how we train our bot? And then I'll show you the link area, which you need to see as well. Really, really easy, really straightforward, great interface, much better than some other things that I looked into. Okay. Are you ready for me to show you about the link? I hope you are, because that's what I'm doing now. So in the link area, you are going to put your website and it's going to start crawling the website. It's really cool. So let me show you, okay? You don't need to put the HTTPS because it's already there. I'm going to say no hassle website.com, okay? And then you're going to say crawl. Now that takes a few minutes, so we'll come back to it. Oh, interesting. I already did it, but not with this account. It looks like, oh, sorry. It's not crawled yet. It just visited it. And then it suggests other pages on your website. It can do up to 10, okay? So think about the pages that you wanted to visit. About me, I definitely want them, to go there. What our clients say, not so important, okay? Show all demos. Yes, I want the demos page. Showcase, not so important. Contact us. Yes, visit it. Support page. Yes, I wanted to visit it. Buy no hassle website, I wanted to visit. Temporary hosting, no need. Demos, no need. Privacy. I don't have a lot of pages that it suggested it here, just 6, but I'm going to do these. Okay. And then remember, I told you yesterday, it's going to revisit it. If I can turn it off, but if you wanted to revisit monthly, weekly, daily, people who do blogs or whatever and want it daily, I'm just going to leave it on monthly and click save. Now it's going to start crawling. You see that it's like yellow orange. When it turns green, it means that it has crawled it. And that means that information is now part of the knowledge base. So we can start asking questions like when we test it without me even uploading anything. Okay, cool, right? Really cool feature. Yes, it's very nice. So that's going to take us a little bit of time. I'm going to go back here. Hopefully it's working on it. And I want to show you that there are actually more things here, show more sources. You can connect it to other things. People have Salesforce. We don't need this, okay? Unless maybe if you have YouTube videos. But other than that, like the default is that it's just these 4, and those are the ones that I've been using and testing, okay? While it's doing its job here, it's starting to visit everything. Great. I am going to go to the Actions tab here and tell you my experience with this. This is a very powerful feature, but when I tried to test it, it didn't do exactly what I wanted. I didn't, I'm sure I can make it work much better, but I want to explain to you what it is. This is a little bit like, it's what's called if this, then that, okay? So you'll see there are a few options of things that would trigger something and then what to do. So it is powerful, but I'm just showing you here so you know it exists and you can choose how to use it or if it makes sense to you. So when it says all channels, it means your chatbot and your standalone one. It's like all of them. Okay. Crawling has completed. Yay. Okay. So I'm going to click on the drop down here and you'll see what actions you can create. So one that is good is when conversation starts, what do you want to happen, for example? Now you can do things when I was going over trainings from Jotform. So for example, you can say something like, when user sentiment is angry, like literally you can write something like that. What should it do? Okay. It should say, for example, exact message. So this is where we're already going to upload some of the, handoff to a human and so on, but you can also test these things. Okay. Start a conversation when you do the testing and become angry really quickly and see if this message, for example, it should say, I am so sorry you feel this way. I think it's best if you talk to Netta directly. Please contact her through our contact form, blah, blah, blah. Give the link here. Okay, for example, let's say that's what I wanted to happen. Then you can test it later and then you'll see this. Now I'll go again just to show you there are other triggers. Okay. User talks about something specific, asks about something specific. The thing is that we're already going to give a lot of information, so we don't need to give every specific scenario. We're going to have the questions and answers, and we're going to have the general rules. And so, but still this exists here, and it could be really, interesting and cool. This is interesting. The date is, so I wonder, I'm not sure what this is. I was thinking maybe if you're away, you can have some message or something like that. So these are the different options. Okay. I'm now going to leave this empty, but this is something you can definitely come to test later. Okay. Let me know how we're doing so far. Can I continue? Do you see how all the work from yesterday and the day before is going to come together really quickly? And then you'll be able to start testing things. And it looks so nice. Let me show you. Actually, I think you already got a sense of how it looks, but will it? Just a second. Why is it telling me 3 out of form? Oh, sorry. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. So I just want to show you. I never saw this before, so this is cool. Why does it say, oh, maybe there are forms here. Okay, because it says 3 of 5 used and we didn't create any form. It's because it was a template and there are forms here. I'm sure we can delete them. Okay, so I have one agent. Apparently the knowledge base is 10 million whatever units and we are using 40 so far. Okay, and remember that I said that there are limitations of like different submissions and so on. So it's currently at 0, but this is where you'll be able, I didn't know where to find it. This is cool. This is where you'll be able to see how many submissions happen every month and get a sense of, is it covering enough for you or not? Okay, so yeah, that's cool. And this is where you would upgrade. That's not what I was looking for, but we just found it. So that's nice. Excuse me. I'm going to close this. I do want to see here. Yes. Okay, so when you need to find everything, go to your AI agent builder area if you're not in this area already. So let's move on just to check what's going on here. Tools. Okay, I didn't use any of these, but you see that they have some extra tools that may be interesting. Okay. I don't think it's so relevant for you. So there is like WhatsApp messages. Oh, send an email. This is actually cool. So I'm going back to the actions. So let's say when someone is angry, okay, I'm going to go back to this. It can send a message to you. Okay. So so you can write yourself a message that says, someone is on your chat and they're angry. So you can get involved or do something. Okay. So in the recipients, you put you as the recipient. Okay. So that's pretty cool. It does automatically send you all kind of notifications already. So I wouldn't set this up before you already see that what you're getting. But I think if you want something specific to trigger it, then this is a good way to do it. Okay. I'm not saving this. Tools we went through. Forms here. There's already forms. So I'm deleting them and you should delete them as well. If you're using a template, these are not really your forms. Okay. So I'm just going to remove that. Teacher agent is very important, and you will see that it happens when you start training. So when you start training or when people start filling out on your website questions and answers, your agent will start to collect this teacher agent thing. It's like dynamic. It will start telling you here, I'm truly excited. Just a second. What's on your mind today? So it actually asks different things depending on the situation. If people already start filling out your form, it asked me something like, do you want me to show you the questions that that I didn't know the answers to? Something like that. And then I was like, yes. And then it started asking me these things. So I gave the answers. You understand? It's very interactive. And you can also come here. Basically, if you come here and say, I want you to know that if someone does this and this, you should do this and that, for example, it will then add it, in my experience, to the knowledge base. It will simply create an entry in the knowledge base based on you chatting with your agent. It's very, very powerful. It's very nice. Okay. So are we clear on all the sections so far? There's still more to go. Yes? Can it send a text? I think so, Karma. Like what? I don't know if just WhatsApp, it can do things, okay? I don't know your limitations of how many, but it's all hiding there. You should look in the tools or in the actions to see if there's a way to send a text. I didn't really check all of them. Okay? So this is the main like setup, but now we want to start testing and we're not even publishing yet, okay? So before we go to test, I do want to go back to build. And when you're here in build and you go to settings, you're going to see a few. So let's go to welcome. There are a few things you can change with your avatar and image and so on. So let's find all of them. Okay. Layout minimal. I guess that's what it is. Avatar size, large, greeting. So this greeting is what shows up above, just like you see here, above the agent, to encourage people to know that it's there. I find that it's much more obvious that there is a chat bot available when you have a question here. If you don't have it, it's just a circle and it's less obvious. So especially if you want people to interact with your AI agent, make sure to write little something here. Or how can I assist you? That's very basic. Open by default. Maybe you visited websites where the chat bot opens automatically. That's where you decide if you want it automatically or not. But you can have a delay. I actually think this is cool. Probably doing open after 10 seconds is a nice thing, because people who are on your website for 10 seconds probably scrolled a little bit, and it's just about the right time to say, hey, do you need something or do you have a question? Okay. Oh, add a pulsing effect. That's the pulsing effect here. Position, you can put it on the right side of your website or on the left side. And I would put it by default on the right, unless you already have something there, in which case you should put it on the left. Okay, let's move on to navigation. Okay, this is where I said you can disable like the voice option. Chat history seems like a nice feature. Let's see what happened. Yeah, I guess you need the paid version for the WhatsApp. But that's basically either do chat or chat and voice, I think. Okay. And greeting. So I have to tell you something. I tested this and it was either glitching or I don't know what I was missing. You see how there is a question here already by default. Please note, I did not put this question. It's because it visited it scrolled the pages that it added this, which is pretty cool. Okay. So it's good to have questions because you can lead them in the right direction. For example, let's say you have, I don't know, you have uh, courses like self-paced courses, you have group coaching, and you have one-on-one coaching. So maybe you can have one of the suggested first parts of the chat, something like, would you like me to tell you the 3 ways I can help you? You know what I mean? Like something like that. Or explore the 3 ways I can help you. And then that would start the conversation in a certain direction. So you can add buttons here. The reason I said it didn't work is because I added them here, but when I look at the preview, it didn't show them. So for example, I can say here, do you need technical help, just as an example. Okay, so that could be another question, and you can put, do you need to update your payment info? Okay, whatever is relevant and you think is likely for them to ask, and you want to lead them there. So there's no like save button. It shows here, but when I actually preview, this is not a real preview. Okay, when I actually preview it, it doesn't, it didn't have these questions. So I don't know if it was a glitch or not. We'll see now. Lastly, before we start with the preview and testing, this button here is where you can change the avatar. Okay, so you can change the avatar look. So you can go to the gallery and choose any one of these many ones. You can generate an AI one. Okay, so that could be cool. And you can upload your own. Okay, so I have, just a second, let me, yeah, so for example, you can do something like this. I have, just a second, it should, what's happening? Oh, you see? Okay, great. So we're good. Style, you can change colors and match it to your website or choose one of these pre-designed ones. Okay, I think we did all the important basic things to have our concierge ready. Are you ready to test it? Even just with the information that it grabbed from my website, I want to test it. Okay, tell me, tell me. It's not me. That's not me. The cartoon is not me. It's one of my characters for my SLOs. And mm. Mm. Okay, I see a discussion here about angry people. Yeah, it's not very likely. Okay. uh, yeah. Okay. So we are now ready um to test it. So whenever you want to test it, you click here on where it says preview, and you'll see once I click on that everything will look different. Okay, so remember to switch back, because at first I was like, how do I get back? That's how you get back. Okay, so I'm going to click on preview, and it's now going to, now imagine this is my website. Okay, that's why they put here home, about, blog, and here it is. Here's my little avatar AI concierge. Let's click on that. It did do it. Okay, I guess it was glitchy before. Okay, so I don't want to use one of these. I want to say something like, how much, or let's say something like, I need a website. How much does it cost? Okay. We did put one answer, if you remember. The cost of No Hassle website is a one-time fee of $99. Would you like more details on what this includes? I'm going to say yes. Let's see what it got just from crawling my pages. Yes. Let's see. Let's see. And how cute is it? And how friendly. Look, this grabbed things from it. It comes with 4 pre-designed styles, built-in pages and features. This is all from my website. Yay, this is cool. Would you like the link to, would you like the link to see live demos? Look at that, so fun. Yes, please. Let's see if it will give the link to the demos page, okay? Are you impressed? Are you impressed? Okay, this is a good example. So this is not the correct page, okay? Let's now try to train it, okay? So what I'm going to do now with you, just a second, you're seeing everything, right? Okay. Um, okay, Shannon is saying this HIPAA, which regulations does not allow me to use this on my website without buying an expensive compliant version. So Shannon, I just wanted to say when we were looking at the prices, I think they mentioned that. Is that what you mean? Because just a second, let me go to jot form here just a second. What it's pricing, just a second. Because I saw specifically they said HIPAA. Okay, this is, I'm just saying for $64 a month, I think maybe that's possible, just so you know. I don't know if that's what you meant or if you saw something else with HIPAA. Okay, just letting you know. Okay, because this may apply to others. Definitely make sure that you're allowed to do it in your industry and regulations. Okay, so now I want to train it so it doesn't say this. There are a few ways of doing it. I can say, for example, if someone wants to see live demos, please send them. So that could be instructions in the knowledge base. Okay, but I want to, I'm removing the preview. That's how it's going to throw me back to here. Okay, and I'm going to go to train. And I want to see what happens if we now go to teach your agent. Is it going to ask me something else here? No. I want it. So I can go to, there are really many ways of doing it. I can go to the knowledge, I can go to questions and answers, and I can say if, no, just a second. I'll go to knowledge and not questions and answers. I'll go here, okay? And I'm going to add a new one. And I'm going to say, for live demos of No Hassle website, please send people to nohasslewebsite.com/demos. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it does the job. Okay, so I put this here. I'm going to preview again. And okay, so if I want to start a new conversation, that's a good question. Just a second. If I can, okay, wait. I'm gonna say, I want to see the demos. I want to see if it will send me now to the right place. It sent me to a different page from before. So, we can force it not to say that. You can view live demos in order. Let's try another way of doing it. Okay, I'm learning with you because that's what we need to do here. Okay, so I also don't know if it got the like new information. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna say I would like to see the demos. Or where can I see the demos? Okay. Where can I see the demos? And you can see the demos here. No hassle website.com/demos. But what I'm looking for, maybe it's only when it's real conversations. Okay, I'm going to show you something now. Okay. We're going to publish. Okay. And we're going to test it and like it should be. And then we're going to have conversations because you'll see that then it starts asking you what to answer. Okay. Are you still with me? Are you following along? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize this was still on. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. I'm going to publish. And now we're just going to focus on chatbot here and standalone, which are the two ways that we're presenting it. Okay. So again, it's going to ask you a few things that we already did, like which size and avatar size and all those things. But it's going to give you this little code. This is the code to embed on your website. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay. But we can also go to standalone. And this is the link that I mentioned to you before, because this is it. It is available now. Okay, so I'm going to click open a new tab or just copy link. This is how it looks when you send people to a page, just a page like this. Okay, so I'm starting a new conversation. I hope it will treat it as a test that will go in the back end, and you'll see. Okay, so I'm going to start again. I am interested in buying a website. How much is it? Let's see. Okay, it's 9. Okay. Would you like some details or to see demos? Let's cross our fingers. I would like to see the demos, please. Let's see, because it has conflicting information. Wait, here are some demos. Where are the demos? No, I'm not happy about this. Okay, let's now go and see if we'll be able to train our agent. Okay, so I'm going back to train here, and I want to see if it has. I want you to no, let's say here, if people ask to see the demos, send them only to this page. No hassle, website.com/demos. I do want to say something. Please remember that I did not train it in any way. It just crawled the website. So it finds, whatever it finds that's already there, older links to things and so on. So we need to figure out the best way. You're going to put so much more information already, and send them only to this page and not to any other pages. Let's see what happens now. What does it tell me? Modifying. I've set the response. Oh, it created an action. Okay, so let's go to actions for a second and see. User wants to see demos, view our demos. You see, that's what it does. Okay, let's test again. Okay, let's test again. I'm going to open, I don't know if it will continue the previous one or open a new one. Good. Okay, let's try again. I am interested in a website. How much does it cost? Okay, I'm starting the same way to see what happened. Oh, that's cool. Look, it didn't say anything else. Would you like to see demos? Yes, I would like to see a demo. Please, fingers crossed. View our demos. I think it's responding correctly. Please open the page of our demos, please. Yay! Okay. Ta-da! This was a good, I think, exercise for us, okay? To see what you will need to do, okay? This is how we're going to do it. But you see how good the training is? I think it's probably the best way to fix things, because I've tried a few other things, but now I'm realizing it's probably the best way. Just tell it what you want. It will adjust it. It will put the right rule or knowledge base or question and answer, right? That was cool. Okay. This is nice. Okay. So now let's start to connect things and wrap everything up. So let me go back here. So I don't think I need to show you more examples of how to train. Okay, I think we're good with that. And just remember that if you want to see how it looks, you need to switch the preview thing. Okay, and then you'll find yourself here. And if you want to see it as a chat bot on your website, it will look like this. When you want to go back to train, to change things, to change the design, to add information, you'll find, where to find everything now, right? Now, at the top here, it says two total conversations. So this is what I meant, that you're going to see the conversations that we had, okay? And just a second, you can say, just a second, I'd like to see the demos. What happens if I click on no? Okay, here, when I said bad response, it said teach your agent, okay? Yay, you get it, okay? And then you can teach your agent straight here. This is what I mean. It's really like, it helps you train it, okay? live chats. I guess that this is when it's actually happening. You can see a live chat, or you can, if there's an angry client and you want to jump in, I think maybe this is how you can do it. Okay, just so you know. So now I'm going to show you how to embed it, and we're almost done. Let me go back here. So you already know that we need to go to publish. Yes, okay. We go to publish, and I'm going to be on the chatbot one. Okay, there are two ways to embed it on your website. One is to copy this code, and I'll show you where to put it. And the other, they actually have a WordPress plugin that allows you to do it. It's really easy. So I'm just going to copy the code here, and I did have my website. Okay, so I have a website here, Better with Netta, that I just went to. You need to be able to put a code on all the pages. Okay, so the way you do it is you need to have a plugin. Like, the easiest way to do it is to have a plugin that allows you to put snippets. Many of you already have it. If you have this plugin that's called HFCM, it stands for header, footer. I can't remember what the CNM is now, but I have this on this website for Facebook ads pixel snippets. So if I go here, you'll see that I have different things here already. You may have a plugin, and you'll see it on the side that's called something like also header and footer, something like that. The reason it's called header and footer and all of these is because you can put a code in either the header or the footer of your website, which means it will show up on all the pages, right? So you need one of these. If you don't have one, you literally just go to plugins, add a plugin, and you're going to search for HFCM and wait, and it's going to show you header, footer, code manager, and you're going to, now mine is already installed, but it will tell you install and then activate. Okay, as simple as that. 1 minute, you'll have it. And then you'll go to HFCM or whatever you're using for snippets. You're going to say add new snippet. We're going to call it AI Concierge. Okay, Concierge. You want to make sure it's site-wide, okay? Or if you need it on a specific page, let's say you want one of them on a sales page that you have, you can choose a specific page. But now I'm doing it on all pages, okay? So site-wide. You don't need to do anything else, okay? You can do either header or footer. I'm leaving it in header. And I just paste here where it says snippet. I'm pasting the code. That's the entire code, okay? Let's click save. And fingers crossed, let's see if when I go to my website now, it will show up. Okay, so I'm just opening a window here. And she's here. She's here. Woohoo! Could it be any easier? Seriously, could it be any easier? It could not. I am removing it now, just a second, because I don't want to confuse people visiting my website. What am I looking for? Where am I? Here. I'm going, just so you know, I'm going to here again, and this is the AI Concierge. I'm just deleting it, or I can turn it off. Okay, I'm just going to delete it now. Did you follow along? How easy was that? Super easy, right? You were able to see everything, right? I'm just, because I'm moving between the windows. Yeah, I didn't test the real live thing. I think it's worth looking at it. Just tell me that you followed along. That was the first way of installing it. So good, so simple, right? Literally plug in, put this, you're done. It's working, okay? Now let's just look. I won't even go through it with you. I'll just show you so you know what you need to do. The other option is to go to plugins, add plugins. You look for Jot form. You wait a little bit. This is the one, AI chatbot Jot form, and it has to be by Jot form. Okay, don't, there are other ones. Just look at this one that says this. You click install now, and then activate. It will show up on the side. it says something like create an agent, but you don't need to create an agent. You connect it. It tells you to log into, like, to connect to your account with JotForm, and then it finds the one you have. Okay. It's very simple, but I think what I showed you is even simpler. Okay. Just so you could see how easy it is. So these are the two ways to put it on your website. The other thing, as you remember and know, is that if you click on standalone, you can grab the link that you can now put anywhere you want. It's so cool. So this link that I just copied will lead people to this. Okay. So you can do whatever you want. You can create specific agents for specific things, because you can have up to 5 on the free one. Just remember that there is a limit to how many conversations you can have. But I would say that for most of you, 100 interactions a month would be a lot. Okay. So I think it's pretty cool. What do you say? Let's go back to the slides just to see what else I have here. Let me know if you have any other questions, if you need me to show you anything. Otherwise, really what you need to do is upload everything as I showed you, start training, start testing things like ask questions like a visitor would, ask follow-up questions, go to train each time your your bot, where I showed you can do it. Test questions about confusion or comparison. So what's the difference between this and this? See if it can answer it. Okay, because it really depends on what you brought and what it's crawled and what it knows, and maybe there's conflict sometimes. Maybe you have things on your website already that are in conflict with the information that you uploaded. This is why we're testing. Okay, test sensitive or frustrating scenarios. Test when your concierge doesn't know the answer. Okay. And yeah, don't freak out. If I'm figuring it out with you, and I think the best way to do it is through that train your agent tab, and I think that's best. Oh, I do want to check something with you. I have a feeling, this is my feeling. Where am I? I have a feeling that when we open the window and go straight to the links, it would count towards our use of the month. Okay. Honestly, it's still showing total submissions 0. So maybe it recognizes that it's me and it's just me testing. So that's cool. Maybe if I go on the website after I did it, it would start. But apparently it's not showing anything. So we're good. I think you're not going to waste submissions during your testing, but obviously I think it's important to test as much as possible before you launch it live for the next, few hours, and then just let it run and see how many submissions really come in per month to have a feeling if it's worth keeping, if it's worth using just the free version, or if you want to upgrade it. If you're going to start seeing people contacting you through this, getting the information, you're going to get notifications and conversations. So you'll see getting to try sending people at the end always to some call to action. Contact me through the form, book a call, buy this, and if you start seeing results from those things, then it's definitely worth the investment if you see that you get more traffic. Okay. I think I covered everything here. So with this, you're going to train, and yeah, really, as you're doing this, ask yourself, are you supported? Would it be helpful? So I'll give you an example. I was testing different ones and different companies, and with JotForm, I used their AI agent on their website to answer questions I had about what I need to do. And it was such a good experience. And I was thinking to myself, I didn't have to wait for anyone. I didn't have to search for anything. I found the answers really quickly through their own agent. That convinced me even more that it's really good. Okay, that's the feeling we want to give to our visitors, that we made it easy for them to get answers, that they didn't waste time. They didn't have to talk to someone if they didn't want to, yet they were able to move forward with whatever decision they need to make. Okay. Yeah, make sure that it sounds like you. It doesn't need to be, AI or professional. Make it sound like human, like you would answer, and train it to do the same. Yeah, and hopefully you'll get to a point where you feel comfortable letting it run. Okay. So your assignment, sign up to jotform.com, set up your concierge, upload all the information, test common visitor scenarios, add more questions as needed, refine responses with the training that I showed you, and also get to a point where you think it should say that no more and for human handoff. So try to create situations where you wanted to trigger that. Okay. You can even just go to the training area that I showed you and say, listen, if people start getting really frustrated or they ask for this kind of sensitive information, blah, 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 do this. And I'm sure it will do a good job. And then you go live, which is, it's already live. You understand. You either embed it or give the link, but it's live at the moment you create it. Okay. How are we doing? Woohoo! This was good and fun, I think. Are you excited to have one on your website and thinking of other agents you can create? I am I'm thinking I always do a giveaway, as you know, and we still have a giveaway. But I'm maybe I'll announce something else, so be on the lookout, okay? Super stoked. Okay, great, great, great. So if you don't have any other questions, I am just going to let you go. I can't wait to hear about your agents. If you want someone to test it, of course, you can post and ask people to test. But remember, it will use some of your submissions for the month. But if you just want to share by showing a screenshot or something, that would be nice. I think it would encourage others to do it as well. Yes, I feel like it would make the website feel more friendly. I totally agree. I want to put it on my websites now, on my even like SLO sales pages, see if that makes a difference, even improves conversions. So that would be more, it will be specific to one product and it will be more salesy a little bit. We will do something in April that is more marketing, but you now have a good feel of how you can use it. Okay, I am going to let you go because I don't see any questions. Stay tuned for my announcement, either about the regular, giveaway, or maybe I'll do something else. We'll figure it out. New year, new things, maybe. And yeah, should I let you go? Okay, everyone, thank you so much. We finished our first 2026 challenge. My husband was asking me, do you have another day? I'm like, listen, I've been doing this for 7 years. Every month I do a 3-day challenge. And he still doesn't know that it's 3 days. Okay. So bye-bye, everyone. Take care. Looking forward to seeing your bots. Bye-bye.